Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona, and today's class is a 60-minute Vinyasa Flow class designed to open and free the area around your shoulders and your chest to give you a little bit more room to breathe more freely. And I've also focused on the abdominals, firing them up as a way of creating strength and stability in your posture, supporting your low back spine. And ultimately, the combination of the two will help you to feel quite grounded, but also open and receptive and spacious in your body. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for joining. Namaste. And beginning your practice today on your back, lying down on your mat, and walking your feet out to the edges of your mat and knocking the knees in toward each other. So just pressing down through your upper back so you can lift your buttocks, placing them back down, extending your tailbone toward the back of your heels or the front edge of your mat there. And then taking your arms into Cactus arms if that's comfortable for you. Or if you have particularly tight shoulders, just taking your arms out wide to the side, your palms face up. Wriggle out any restlessness from your body so you can simply relax and feel comfortable and at ease in your body. Gently close the eyes. And let your gaze fall toward your third eye, between the eyebrows, in toward the center of your head. And sense the corners of your eyes softening. Gently parting your teeth and letting your jaw unhinge. Sealing your lips. And breathing in and out through the nostrils. As you breathe in, allow your belly to rise. As you breathe out, your navel drawing back toward your spine. So a deliberate breath. In and out. Settling your body so you feel at peace and at ease as you start your practice. Keeping that pattern to your breathing, start to lengthen and deepen your breath. Feel your belly rise as you breathe in, and then your ribs and your chest. As you breathe out, chest deflates, ribs draw in, navel drawing back toward your spine. And then just start to balance your breath out. So your inhales match the length of your exhales. And you establish a smooth, steady rhythm to your breath. And taking one more smooth breath in and out. And gently releasing from the posture, toe heel your feet toward one another. And just rock over to your right side. Pause for just a moment. And then drag yourself up and come to sit cross-legged. Feel free to grab a blanket to prop underneath your buttocks so you can sit comfortably tall. You can allow your knees to relax down a little lower than your hips. And setting your fingertips down by your side, take a deep breath in, send the arms up overhead, your gaze up to the tip of the thumbs. As you exhale, hands through the heart center, interlace the fingers. As you breathe out, push the palms away round into your upper back. And as you breathe in, send the arms up overhead, extending your spine. Arms out wide as you breathe out. Wrap the arms as you breathe in. Right arm over the left arm. Eagle arms either catching opposite shoulders or weave the palms together. Broadening through your upper back. Raising the elbows where they cross. Drawing your forearms forward. Release the arms up overhead, breathe in. Exhale, hands through the heart center, interweave the fingers. Turn the palms inside out, round your spine. And as you breathe in, send the arms up overhead. Opposite side now, arms out wide to a T. And left arm on top of your right arm for eagle arms. Breathe in, raise the fingers. And as you breathe out, expand and broaden through your upper back, drawing the forearms forward. Shoulders relax away from your earlobes. Take a deep breath in, unravel the arms, send them up overhead and your gaze up. And as you breathe out, walk forward over the legs and set yourself up onto all fours. Hands placed underneath your shoulders or your fingers spread. Check your knees, setting them up underneath your hips, hip distance apart. Arching the spine as you breathe in, allow your belly to soften as you breathe out round the spine, tucking the tailbone lightly, dragging the abdominals in. 2 more rounds as you breathe in, arch the spine. Breathe out round your spine, pushing into your hands actively. Arching the spine, feeling your breath move all the way up to the collarbones. Breathing out, emptying your lungs. Find neutral spine as you breathe in and set your left knee to the midline of the mat. Extend your right leg out behind you to hip height as you breathe in. Draw the knee in toward your nose, round the spine as you breathe out. Inhale, extend. Exhale, brace the abs, slide the shoulder blades broad. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl in. Breathe in, extend and hold it here. Turn your right toes to face the floor, toes flexed. And balance here, taking the left arm forward, lining your left arm with your left ear. Gaze is down, neck's neutral, abdominals engaged. Breathe smooth. Keep that same rhythm to your breath. Left hand down, right knee down, second side. Left leg extends out behind you as you breathe in. Knee in toward your nose as you breathe out. Breathing in, extend. Breathing out, round in. Once more. Curl in. Breathe in, extend here and hold it here with your hips level, finding your balance. Right arm extends out as if you're shaking hands. Left heel reaches back. Firm belly so you can fill out and support your low back. Breath in. Exhale to release. Keeping the hips above your knees and your knees hip width apart, walk your hands forward and make the shape of downward dog in your upper body, coming into Anahata Asana. This is a heart opening posture. If you do have tight shoulders, take your hands a little wider than your shoulders, creep the fingers forward so they feel extended along with your arms. And just allow your head to bow down toward the mat. When you arrive, point the sit bones toward the ceiling so you feel a little arch through your low back spine and your sit bones spread. Press down through your shins and the tops of your feet, elongating your spine, the sides of your waist, through the reach of your arms. Take a full breath in, gaze forward between the hands, and as you exhale, slowly lower down onto your forearms and set up for Sphinx Pose. Elbows shoulder width apart, and your elbows a little forward of your shoulders. Drop your head, chin bows in toward your chest, engage through the legs and push actively down through all 10 toes, and as you breathe in, draw your chest as if you're pulling it through your arms, extending through the front of your spine, keeping the back of your neck unwrinkled. Let it feel comfortable in your body. Allow your shoulder blades to slip down your spine. Take a deep breath in here, and keeping the legs down, we're going to activate the core, draw the chin in and lift the belly, brace the abs and look back toward your belly. Inhale, arch the spine, back to Sphinx, and exhale, curl in. Keep your legs active and your heels pointing up toward the ceiling. We're going to do that 3 more times. Breathe in, nice slow movement to really firm the abdominal muscles. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, extend your spine, gaze falls lightly forward, and exhale, curl in. Looking forward and lowering all the way down onto your belly now. Take your hands by your ribs and elbows tucking into the side body, and we're just going to seesaw through some cobras. So with not too much pressure in your hands, trying to use your core strength to lift. As you breathe in, keep the legs down and arch through the spine. You might only come up a little way. Exhale, curl down toward the floor and raise the legs up off the floor. Place the feet down and arch up into your cobra. And then bow in, raise the legs. Once more, seesaw, arching the spine. And exhale down, raise the legs. Take the legs to the floor, tops of the feet, and push into your hands to rest back into Child's Pose. It's nice here to take your knees quite wide, big toes to touch, your buttocks settle down on your heels. Extend your arms forward and focus on breathing and inviting the breath deep into the bottom of your lungs. So you get that feeling that your breath is radiating through the low back spine, expanding and softening. And this is your rest pose. If you need to take a break or do less anytime during the class, feel free to return here. As you breathe in now, look forward between your hands. We'll set up for downward facing dog, coming up onto all fours. Lift your seat, your knees, tuck your toes and make your way back into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Take a few moments to find comfort in the shape of this posture. Your feet hip distance apart, your hands shoulder distance apart. You might like to bike out the heels or gently sway the hips. Bring a little movement to the shape. And taking the feet back from your body, noticing how you feel, the sensations that are more obvious in your body, the ones that are more subtle, where you feel open, spacious, maybe in those places where you feel a little bit more congested. So just modifying if you need to with bent knees. And take the heat out of the wrists by pushing down actively through all the base knuckles of your fingers. Settle into stillness and take 3 deep breaths. At the end of your exhale, bend the knees, send your gaze forward and lightly walk yourself forward to the top edge of your mat. Set your feet up hip distance apart, and when you arrive, take a halfway lift, sliding the hands up to the shins, extending your spine. And as you exhale, fold over the legs into Uttanasana. And very slowly, unhurried breath, rise to stand, reaching the arms up overhead, activating the feet, pushing into the floor, hands to the heart center as you breathe out. So we're going to move through about 3 rounds of sun salutes here to warm our spine, our hips, open up through our heart area, our chest area in quite an unconventional flow. So stay with me, we'll work a little slower as we start, and I've sprinkled some abdominal work in there as well. Do what you can. So from here, link the thumbs, space your fingers, take a big arch up and back. And as you exhale, interweave the fingers behind the back, bend the knees and fold. Stay here for an extra breath. Breathe in, breathe out, torso on the thighs. Release the arms, come up for a halfway lift, flat back. And as you exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank pose. Finding your shoulders placed over your wrists, and then drop the knees to the floor. Take a deep breath in here and firm your belly. And as you exhale, we'll take 3 push-ups, lowering to a hover, elbows at a right angle, push back up as you breathe in. Exhale to lower, inhale to lift. Exhale, lower and hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, melt all the way down onto your belly. Hands by your ribs, elbows tucking in, gently peel up for a cobra pose, ribs draw forward. And as you exhale, firm belly, roll back to downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. End of your exhale, a little bend in the knees, walk your hands back to your feet at the back edge of the mat. When you arrive, take a halfway lift, lengthening your spine, exhale and fold over the legs. Rise to stand here, arms out wide, sweep them up overhead, send your gaze up, and as you exhale, hands to your heart center. Link your thumbs, space your fingers, take a big arch up and back. And as you exhale, shoulder stretch, fingers interlace behind your back, bend the knees and fold. Take an extra breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Release the hands, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, walk back out to plank pose. Balance your shoulders there over the wrists, strong legs, knees to the floor. 3 push-ups, lowering slow to a hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, keeping your chest bright. Inhale, lift. And as you exhale, melt all the way down to the floor. Using your core strength, lift into a cobra and exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, gaze forward and walk or lightly hop to the top edge of your mat. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. And as you exhale, forward fold. Rise to stand as you breathe in. Rest your hands to your heart as you breathe out. Standing side stretch now, arms up overhead, right hand to your left wrist, side bend to your right. Inhale, back to center, stand a little taller, switch the hands, side bend your left. Back to center as you breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, looking forward. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back to plank pose. Take your feet quite wide. Balancing on your left hand, spin your heels to the left, so both feet on the floor, right hand to the sky as you breathe in. Take your right arm and stretch it overhead as you breathe out. Eyes down, right hand down, back onto both feet, breathe in. Second side, balance on your right hand, heels to the right, left hand to the sky. Breathing out, left arm overhead. Eyes down, hands down, your vinyasa. Feel free to drop the knees, your chest and your chin as you flow. Cobra or upward facing dog and downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Settling the rhythm of your breath, keeping it smooth and meditative. Breathing in, gaze forward, a little bend in the knees and walk your hands back to the back edge of the mat toward your feet. Take a halfway lift when you arrive. Exhale, forward fold. Arms overhead as you breathe in, come to stand. Hands rest to your heart as you breathe out. Circle your arms overhead, right hand to your left wrist, side bend to your right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, side bend to your left. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana as you breathe in, look forward. Walk yourself out to plank pose. Drifting forward onto the toes. Balancing on your left hand. Heels to the left, right hand to the sky. Side arm balance with both feet on the floor. Right arm overhead, reach out. Eyes down, hands down. Second side. Balance on your right hand, heels to the right, left hand to the sky. Breathing out, side stretch. Eyes down, hands down. Your vinyasa, low push-up, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Just here for a beat, bend the knees, gaze forward. Walk, step or hop to the top edge of your mat. One more round, halfway lift as you breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Rise to stand, breathing in. Hands to the heart, softening your shoulders. Breathe out. Arms overhead as you breathe in. Left arm back, right arm forward, revolve to your left. Inhale back to center. Right arm back, left arm forward, revolve to your right. Back to center as you breathe in. We're going to cactus the arms now, elbows out wide to the side, palms face forward. As you breathe in, reach the arms tall, stand tall, and breathe out, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back to your plank pose as you breathe out. Mountain climbers here. Right knee to your upper right elbow. Swing it over to the left elbow. Step back. Left knee to your right elbow. Swing it over to the left elbow. Step it back. And continue. One more round. Activating your abdominal muscles. Bringing a little bit of warmth, agni to your body. Your vinyasa now, lowering slow. Upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Just pause, reset, be still. Little bend in the knees, walk your hands back to your feet at the back edge of your mat. When you arrive, halfway lift, breathe out, fold in. Rise to stand, breathe in. Hands to prayer at the heart, breathe out. Arms overhead, breathe in. Standing twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, center. Right arm back, left arm forward, twist, torso to your right. Back to center, breathe in. Forward fold, Uttanasana as you breathe out. Ardha Uttanasana, you're looking forward and then walking forward, drifting forward onto the toes, coming into plank pose. Mountain climbers here, coming up. Right knee to your upper left elbow, swing it over to the right elbow and step back. Left knee, right elbow, swing it over to the left elbow and step back, and do one more round, right and left. Squeezing the belly, filling out through the low back with the support of your abdominals, and a vinyasa when you're ready. Rest coming up, everything's going to slow down, we're just getting warm in our body. Find downward facing dog. Then send the gaze forward, bend the knees and walk, step or lightly float to the top edge of the mat. Ardha Uttanasana, when you arrive, halfway lift, forward fold, let go as you breathe out. Rise to stand, reaching the arms, standing tall, and bring your hands to your heart center. Lightly nodding your chin in toward your chest and gently closing the eyes, inviting your shoulders to soften away from your ears. Be still, quiet, connect with your breath. And gently blink the eyes open and put a little gap between your feet, not quite hip distance apart, just gives you a little bit more chance to balance here. And we'll start to flow this round quite slow, and then we'll add on, we'll move, breathe and flow. Transfer your weight into your right foot, and as you breathe in, raise the arms up, lift the left knee up. Take 3 breaths. Arms frame your ears, tall through your spine, abdominals engaged. As you feel yourself breathe out, step your left foot back to a high lunge, landing on the balls of your toes. Feet hip distance apart. Take a few breaths, expanding across your chest so you feel really open and bright, strong and stable in the lower half of your body. Take a deep breath in and revolve. Take your right arm back, your left arm forward. You can spin your gaze to your right if you're feeling balanced. Really pushing down through your feet actively so you have a little buoyancy, a lightness, feeling of ease in your upper body. Back to high lunge as you breathe in. Then send your arms back, your torso forward and come into arrowhead. So the crown of your head's pulling forward, your back heels reaching back, you're hovering right over the top thigh. And then as you breathe in, you're going to sweep the arms forward and step forward to chair pose. Drop your weight into your heels, bend the knees, reach the arms. Really firm the abdominals in, navel drawing back toward your spine. And then press your palms and take a twist here to your left. Right elbow hooking to the outside of your left knee. See if you can get really bright across the chest. Draw your thumbs toward your breastbone, wide across your collarbones. Return to chair as you breathe in, and forward fold as you breathe out. Vinyasa, halfway lift Ardha Uttanasana, and as you exhale, step back to plank pose and lower either knees, chest, chin, or a full push-up. Returning to downward dog with your breath. Rest and reset. Calm, even cadence to your breath. Take a deep breath in, look forward, and at the end of your exhale, step or lightly hop to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Rise with your in-breath, arms overhead, and exhale, hands to your heart. Making sure you've got a gap between the feet, not quite hip width there, just to improve and help your balance. Transfer your weight onto your left foot, and as you breathe in, raise your arms and lift the right knee to a right angle. Take 3 breaths. Pushing down through the big toe mound of your left foot. And when you're ready, stepping back to a high lunge. So make sure you take a long stride there. Once you land, you can always wriggle the right toes back. Allow your hips to drop. Bring a right angle to your front knee. Take a deep breath in and revolve. Take your left arm back, your right arm forward, and pause. So find that comfortable twist in your body. Feel steady in your legs. Keep pushing the floor away with your feet. Back to high lunge as you breathe in. Arrowhead as you breathe out. So your arms float back, your torso forward. Torso hovers above the front thigh there. Crown of the head's reaching forward and the fingers are reaching back along with your back heel. As you breathe in, you just step forward to chair pose, bringing your toes together. Drop the hips, reach the arms, take a few breaths. And then press your palms, take a twist to your right, opposite side now, left elbow hooking to the outside of the right thigh. Try to keep the pelvis as level as possible, keeping the knees in line. Find chair pose as you breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out of vinyasa. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back, plank pose. And lower slow. Upward dog or cobra. Now you're a little warmer, perhaps a larger, more expansive back bend. And downward facing dog. Spreading wide through your fingers. And mindful that you have equal effort in the hands, the arms, the legs and the heels. So now we're going to move, breathe and flow. We're going to add on with similar movements, slightly different, moving one movement, one breath. Take a deep breath in, look forward, and at the end of your exhale, step or lightly hop to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, fold over the legs. Rise to stand as you breathe in. Rest your hands to your heart as you breathe out. Balance on your right foot, raise the arms and your left leg. Breathe out, cactus your arms, elbows bend, palms face forward. Take a deep breath in here. And as you breathe out, twist your torso to your left. Breathe in back to center. Arms rise. And as you exhale, step to your high lunge. Take a big breath in here when you arrive. And as you exhale, lower the arms and lower and hover your back knee. Inhale up. We've got 2 more just like that. Exhale, lower and hover. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, lower and hover. Inhale, reach the arms, come back to high lunge. And as you exhale, revolve your right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale back to high lunge. And exhale to revolve. Last one, back to high lunge, breathe in. Exhale, revolve. Inhale, high lunge, staying steady in your feet. Breathe out, arrowhead, arms back, torso forward, and we'll just flow here. Push down through your front foot, come back up, high lunge. Exhale, arrowhead. Inhale, up. And exhale, torso forward, arms back. Next breath in, stepping forward to chair pose. Arms can reach, toes come together. Press your palms and twist to your left. Just here for a beat. Back to chair, breathe in. Exhale, drop the hips, twist to your left. Inhale, back to chair. Staying easy in your body. Exhale and twist. Chair pose, Utkatasana, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Step back through your vinyasa as you breathe out. Lower and hover. Back bend of your choice. Downward facing dog. Pause and reset. Easy breath, slowing down the cadence, the rhythm of your breath. Smooth breath in, gaze forward between your hands. End of your exhale, step or lightly hop to the top edge of your mat. Halfway lift and fold. Rise to stand as you breathe in. Hands to the heart as you breathe out. Second side, balancing on your left foot, raise the arms up, lift your right knee to a right angle. Exhale, cactus arms, elbows in line with your shoulders. Take a deep breath in here, and as you exhale, twist to your right. Hold your balance back to center. Reach the arms up as you breathe in. Exhale, step back to high lunge. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower and hover your back knee. Inhale, up. Just moving and breathing. Exhale, lower and hover. Pushing down through your front heel, breathe in, lift. And exhale, lower and hover, arms sweep back. Inhale, back to high lunge, keep the legs where they are, and as you exhale, going to revolve, left arm back, right arm forward. High lunge as you feel yourself breathe in, expand. And as you exhale, twist, left arm back, right arm forward. High lunge, breathe in. Last one, twist, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, high lunge. Arrowhead, arms back, torso forward, breathe out. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, arrowhead. Once more, inhale. And exhale, torso forward, arms back, stepping forward for chair as you breathe in. Reach your arms, step the toes together, reach up, press your palms, and take a twist to your right. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, twist. Last one, chair pose, Utkatasana, and twist. Chair pose, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, step back through a vinyasa. Lowering slow, chaturanga. Unhurried breath, full and deep. Exhale, downward facing dog. Rest coming up, take 5 breaths here and then we'll move to child's pose. Slowly calming the rhythm of your breath. And noticing the warmth that you've generated in your body. Sense of calm and focus in your mind. And taking the knees to the floor, split the knees a little wider than your hips. Bring your big toes to touch and rest down in child's pose. If it feels comfortable for you, keep the arms reaching forward, elongating your spine, allowing your belly to relax now between your thighs. Let go of your effort across your shoulders and the neck. And now just really slowly gaze forward between the hands. To transition, we'll make our way into downward dog. When you arrive there, a little bend in the knees with your toes together, and go ahead, take a little bunny hop to the middle of your mat and find a seat. Bringing the feet around in front of you. And we're going to move through a couple of variations of boat pose, move into a short sequence of abdominal work. Stay with me. So just finding the soft part of your buttocks, gently lean back, coming off the sit bones. Raise the legs to a right angle and bring your hands behind the back of your knees. And then adjust the shape of your torso so you feel upright on a diagonal. Low belly's engaged, chest is lifting, crown of the head's lifting. And if you feel strong in your abdominals, reach the arms forward. You can do this hands free, coming into Anahata Asana, or stay hanging on if you feel like you're going to slouch and you're still working on your core strength. This strengthens and tones your spinal muscles as well as your abdominal muscles. Works the hip flexors too. So we're just here for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, take your feet to the floor. Go ahead, set them up hip distance apart, and take your hands behind you, fingertips pointing toward the buttocks, and put a little bend in your elbows. See if you can get a little bit more upright through the spine. And as you breathe in, come into tabletop, lifting up, so your buttocks engage, hamstrings engage, and you feel a light stretch through your triceps, that area where we've worked with all our push-ups. So you can either stay here, or if you find it possible, it's not always possible or accessible for everyone, you can swing your buttocks back between your arms, flex your toes, straighten the legs. Come back to tabletop, breathe in, exhale, swing back, pushing down through your hands actively and coming back to tabletop. Last one, sweep yourself back, firm in the abdominals, firm in the legs, and then back to tabletop. And then we'll all meet back on our buttocks, sitting down and keeping our feet on the floor. Just going to walk the feet away a little. Bring your toes to touch, or you can keep your feet hip distance apart here. Hands to the heart center, make a fist with the hands, and then you're just going to sway yourself over through the torso to the left, and then sway yourself over to the right. So with the feet on the floor, you can feel a little bit more stable, and you can concentrate, invite your upper body to stay very tall as you twist side to side. If you're quite strong in the core, the oblique muscles, your abdominal muscles around the front, feel free to lift the legs and come into that half boat shape. We've got one more each side. And coming back to center. If you haven't already, rest your feet down and tuck the knees in toward your chest and roll all the way down through your spine. And take a little rock side to side, nearly there. This last sequence is fantastic for the abdominals and quite accessible. Just stay with it. We're going to repeat this sequence twice, but there's not too many reps. So just taking your hands now, interlace behind the back of your head and lift your head and your heart, so you're resting on the low part of your shoulder blades. So you're going to stay here for the first sequence, then we're going to rest back, and then we're going to do the second sequence. So bring the knees to a right angle, so your knees balance over your hips and you're gazing down between the knees. Inhale here, And as you exhale, straighten, extend, hover your right leg back to center as you breathe in, and extend your left leg out. Very simple. Try and make sure as you come back up that your knees are balanced over your pelvis, over your hips. And last one each side. And then stay lifted through the torso, send the legs straight up toward the ceiling. Welcome to keep a little bend in the knees there if you tighten the hammies. Turn your toes out and bring your heels together. Take a deep breath in, keep lifting up through the chest, and as you exhale, lower both legs to a hover to about 45 degrees. Inhale, return the legs up toward the ceiling, and we've got 3 more, lower and hover, and you can take them down as far as you like. Just try and keep the arch in the low back to a minimum. So if you're really strong in the core, you might find you can come all the way down, but no one's watching, so you can do what you like there. Just stay really comfortable, don't strain your back. Come all the way back up, and we've just got single leg lifts now, so stay lifted through the spine, elbows out wide to the side, lower and hover your right leg so your legs scissor away from one another, and then bring them both back up toward the ceiling. Left leg goes down and up, right leg down and up, and left leg down and up. Rest your head back, tuck the knees in toward your chest. So a little rock side to side. If you need to release your neck, just roll on the back of your head. And we'll do that same sequence one more time. Interlace the fingers behind the back of the head, lift your head and your heart. And taking the knees to balance over the hips. Take a deep breath in, right leg out straight, so you're just biking the legs here, back to center. Exhale, left leg out, back to center, right leg out, back to center, left leg out, back to center. Both legs straight up toward the ceiling, toes turn out, heels turn in, lower and hover any amount. Legs back up toward the ceiling. Exhale, lower and lift. Lower and lift. Hopefully you're feeling something. Lower and lift. And then lower your right leg and let it hover. Bring the right leg up. Lower and hover the left leg, so you're just scissoring the legs. And your right leg, keep moving, keep breathing. And we've got 1 more each side, and then a big rest. Hopefully you're feeling a little warm in the abdominals here. Bring both legs up and then tuck the knees in toward your chest. Rest your head back. And roll on the back of your head. You can release your hands. Big deep breath out. And then take the feet to the floor, set them up hip distance apart here. So we're going to move into bridge pose, Setu Bandha. And this is a lovely complementary pose to the abdominal work that we've just done and throughout the class. It's a big, bright chest opener as well. So heels quite close to your buttocks, a little pigeon-toed through the feet, arms alongside your body. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, push down through the back of your arms, your feet, and lift your hips. And then just gaze down your chest. Notice that your thighs should be parallel here, so the knees aren't splaying out to the side, and that you've got a light engagement through your buttocks muscles, your glutes, and the top of your hamstring muscles. So make sure you've got a feeling of a nice uniform arch through the spine as well. No pinching. Get comfortable. Breathe big and full all the way up toward your collarbones, expanding your breath. And then pushing down through your feet, you're going to take the arms up and overhead. So if it's in your range of motion, keep the arms straight, rest the back of the hands onto the floor. If it's less accessible, just bend the elbows into cactus arms. So you have an exaggerated feeling of openness, receptivity across your chest now. Keep breathing. And then very slowly lower, and I want you to try and land down vertebra by vertebra all the way down to your low back spine, almost flattening out there through the low back. Should feel good with your arms where they are. And then once you touch down, just release your arms down by your side and tuck the knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a little roll side to side, nearly there. And taking your feet to the floor, we'll take a twist to release the spine. Any twist that feels good. We'll twist left first. Right leg can wrap over the top of the left leg. Or if you like, just stack the knees. Moving your hips back to the right, knees to the left, arms out wide to a T. And twist. Just rolling on the back of your head, sending the gaze out to your right to complete the twist through your spine. Legs relax. And one more deep breath in. Exhale, firm the abs and come on all the way back up. Recross the legs or stack the knees. And make your way into your twist, opposite side. It's easy for the mind to wander here at the end of the class when it's less engaged with momentum and movement. See if you can just keep a steady gaze. Stay open, receptive to the feedback from your body. And take a deep breath in. Firm the belly and bring the knees back up and cross the legs. So from here, slipping your hands behind the back of your knees. If it feels comfortable for you, take a few spinal rolls, rolling back and up. If not, just roll to one side. We're just going to come up for a seated forward fold. Making your way there now. Extending both legs out straight. Feeling free to sit on the edge of a blanket if you need a little extra support here. It's helpful to tilt the pelvis forward and avoid pulling on your low back. So if you have one, no rush, just grab it now. You're going to extend your arms up toward the ceiling as you breathe in. And gently fold over the legs as you breathe out. And try and let go of some of your effort. So don't worry too much about how far you've come down or the shape that you've made in your body. Just simply activate your abdominals. So you're protecting your low back, and gently relax and soften your body over your legs. And here you're just inviting your nervous system to calm down, the brain to cool, preparing you for Shavasana rest pose. And so whenever you feel ready, reclining back into Shavasana. If you prefer to sit for seated meditation, just making yourself really comfortable, and everyone just grabbing any extra layers as your body cools. And if you're lying back there, do your best to lay in a straight line with your limbs lying away from the center of your body in a balanced way. So you feel very symmetrical in your body. You're encouraging your muscles to relax, your bones to go heavy. So relaxing and setting yourself up in a way where you won't be distracted by your body. You can fully let go. And enjoying the next 5 minutes of this 60-minute class. Quiet and peaceful. And I hope you've enjoyed class today, and wishing you all good health, patience and peace. I'll see you on the mat next time. Namaste.